Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today for you guys, I have a crazy good Maiev list. So what does Maiev do? Maiev, she's an unbound unit, right? So unbound units are units that you can place anywhere on the map, and her ability is Master Assassin, where Maiev's cost is reduced by 1 for each unbound troop you play. So basically, we're only going to play unbound troops, or mostly unbound troops with some spell, and we are going to reduce her cost and then create some great push. This list is one of the best lists I've played since a long time. Everyone's been playing Baron Riven there right now in the current meta, and no one's playing Maiev. So yeah, guys, I've been given this deck by some top players. I'm not talking platinum players like me. I'm talking top players, players that are like at 12k in PvP, and apparently Maiev is super strong, so I wanted to share this deck to you guys. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into a deck breakdown, but just before you do so, guys, please, if you love the content, make sure to like and subscribe down below. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. So we talked about Maiev, right? So that is her ability, but how does her kit work, right? So she's gonna cost 1 less, but when you play her, Maiev, she's a single target mini, but no, sorry, she swipes in front of her, so she's an AoE mini, a little bit like the Gnoll Brute, but she can also attack air when she attacks from her cloak. So Maiev is deployed cloaked, and then when she attacks for the first time, she's gonna do spin, which is going to damage all ground and air units around her, and the amount of damage is actually pretty high. So this is very good. She's then going to go back in stealth once she's out of combat and do that again. So she actually can counter some air units a little bit. So she's very good, but for 6 she might not be worth it, but if you're able to reduce her cost to 3 or below, she becomes very good. So what are we going to play Maiev with in this list? So like I mentioned, we're going to play unbound units. We're only playing unbound units. So we have the safe pilot. So guys, the safe pilot is probably the best unit in the game right now. The safe pilot crashes once you play the safe pilot, she crashes on the ground, dealing a lot of damage. So she's basically kind of like a spell, but then we have the safe pilot on the ground that also does some elemental damage and some splash damage. So she's really good at taking down chests, because she's going to destroy the chest and picking up that chest. And she's also really good at dealing with some very strong minis in the game. She does elemental damage, so she's really good against the gargoyle, which is very prominent, against all the other armored unit as well. And plus, she's really good against the necromancer as well, because when you pair it with her gnomish cloaking device, she's going to crash down, and then she's going to be cloaked, and she's going to, or stealth, and then she's going to do basically a free attack, and that attack is going to have some increased damage. So basically, if you play a safe pilot on a necromancer, you're guaranteed to destroy it. Necromancer is also another unit that is played a lot in the current meta, so safe pilot is very good. Once again, it's an unbound unit. It doesn't count as a spell, it counts as an unbound unit. So basically, this is going to reduce the cost of Maiev. I keep saying Maiev. I think the real name is Maiev, but I thought it was Maiev, so I may do some mistakes sometimes. We're also going to play the Whelp Eggs. So the Whelp Eggs are units that you play on the ground, and if they don't get attacked, they won't do anything. So you have to play them very well, but once the Whelp Eggs are attacked and destroyed, they're going to spawn a Whelp, which is going to act like a harpy, I would say, a little bit. So air unit, but I think it has a little bit of splash damage, and also it does elemental damage. So the Whelp Eggs are very good to control some area of the map, because it stays there. So until it's attacked, there's nothing your opponent can do, right? So if you use the Whelp Eggs and you play them in a lane, you lock down the lane, your opponent needs to attack them if he wants to get rid of him. But if you play it with the Flame Burst talent, so that means that when the Whelp Eggs explode, it's going to damage nearby enemies when hatching. So it's going to be an even bigger trap for the opponent, and even worse time for opponent to deal with. You can also play the Whelp Eggs offensively because of that flame burst ability. You can play it like on one of the tower, not the main one, obviously, because the main one you can't spawn unbound unit immediately next to, but on the secondary tower or on some important targets, if you place the whelp eggs perfectly, they're going to destroy these eggs and they're going to destroy themselves in the process. So the whelp eggs really good, and they're also reducing the cost of Maiev. Very, very good unit. Also S tier unit. So we're playing extremely good units in this list. We also play the Quillboar. So the Quillboar, another S tier unit. The Quillboar is another unbound unit. So like I mentioned, the whelp eggs are unbound. The safe pallet is unbound. The Maiev is unbound. So you can play the Quillboar wherever you want. In PvP, the safe pallet and the Quillboar is what you want in your starting hand to get those chests for free. So if you have both of them, you immediately play the Quillboar in the furthest chest, and you play the safe pallet at the chest further back. Why? That's because once the safe pallet crashes down, well, then she's going to help with some range AoE if your opponent is contesting their side of the chest, right? Or the chest on their side. So the Quillboar, very, very good. It's also a main tank. So if we are doing a good push, let's say we want to take the side turret in PvP, well, then you can play Maiev and Quillboar as a tank, and we can take a turret just like that. And if Maiev costs 1, that's a push for only 3 gold, which is just crazy. The Quillboar is also very good to deal with the opponent's miner. So if your opponent is pushing a miner, you can just kill it with a Quillboar, and then with your own miner, you can get both gold mines, which means we're going to control the whole map. This list is just fantastic at controlling the map. This is a control Maiev list. So we're controlling the chests, we're controlling the gold mine, and we're controlling the high ground or the middle ground, right? In the PvP map. So extremely, extremely good unit. I'm very excited for you guys to try this deck. We also have the Skeleton Party. So for the Skeleton Party, I use the 5-man talent, which summons a skeleton tank, rogue, priest, and 2 mages. So these are going to be much better because I believe they only spawn skeletal mages normally. But with this talent, so I would say this is probably the most important talent. This talent and the talent for the safe pallet and the whelp eggs. All of the other ones, you can do whatever you want. But then the Skeleton Party is really good because we are going to spawn with a tank and a small healer as well. So the Skeleton Party really good, once again, to control. Because you have basically a tank, some mage, a healer, and some mages, well, you can deal with anything, right? So you can help. I like to play the Skeleton Party like top, middle ground, in high ground, and then the skeleton mages are going to be able to help the lower ground. So very, very good. So much versatility with this unit. And guys, when I say focus on these talents, you can't play the deck without the talent. But I mean, try to focus on these talents first. They're going to help with the deck a lot. So the Skeleton Party. Like I just mentioned, Skeleton Party is going to spawn with our talent, with a tank and a lot of other stuff. Very, very good unbound unit as well in this list. It hasn't seen a lot of play in the current meta in other lists and that, but in this one it just fits perfectly. The amount of pressure you add with the Skeleton Party, your opponent needs to address it with like an AoE or like with a spell, and if your opponent needs to use a spell on it, well, then they won't be able to use a spell on the rest of your push. So very, very good. And now for a spell, we have 2 spells in the list. So the first spell we have is Arcane Blast. So Arcane Blast is a spell that costs 1, but it has the ability of you can play it a second time for extra damage, but it's going to cost 2. And then you can play a third time for, again, extra damage, but then it's going to cost 3. And then you could do it once again, but for 4. So why are we playing this spell? We're playing this spell because of the versatility of it. So sometimes we're just going to need a single hit of Arcane Blast. Sometimes we're going to need 2 hits or 3 hits to, let's say, like destroy a tower, have some extra damage on the tower, and Arcane Blast is just so good at that versatility. If we just need to cycle, well, then we just play Arcane Blast for 1, which is very, very good. Sometimes when your opponent is contesting chest, well, Arcane Blast is just perfect for that. So yeah, it's the versatility of Arcane Blast that is the reason why we're playing it in this list. And then the other spell we have is Polymorph. So Polymorph, what it does, it transforms a unit into into a sheep. And so all units in the affected areas are going to be transformed into sheep, making them very, very weak and basically useless for a couple of seconds. So the idea is to play the polymorph on all of the annoying units to deal with in the current meta. So I'm talking Gargoyle, right? I'm talking Abomination. I'm talking Tyrion and Footmans. All of these units, you're just going to play polymorph, and then you can play your Maiev and stuff like that that does AoE to destroy their whole push. So if your opponent is pushing with some, like a Gargoyle, where you just don't have to freak out because you can just polymorph at the last second with maybe a little bit something extra, and you're going to be able to deal with the push. So very, very good spell. Is basically another versatile spell, because we could play it against pretty much anything that is annoying. If there's if there's no unit that causes an issue against our list, well, then you just don't play the polymorph, and that's fine as well. But we have options, which is very, very good. It's a defensive thing. You can also play it offensively. So let's say we are pushing with our Maiev, with our Quillboar, with our Skeleton Party, with even our Stave Pilot and our Whelp Eggs, and your opponent plays something like a I don't know, a Pyromancer or a Baron Riven there or whatever. You could still polymorph it, and yeah, you're just going to destroy whatever they play defensively, and you are probably going to win the game if you do it correctly. So guys, this is it. We're going to jump into some PvP games. This list is so freaking good. I'm very surprised as like why I haven't seen it more in the PvP meta. I hope I see it more after I post this video. I'll know if I see just a big surge of Maiev lists. Guys, tell me how it goes for you guys. For the other talents that I had not mentioned, it's because you can take whichever you want. You can look for talent guides. But yeah, guys, we'll jump into some PvP games, and I'll see you guys there. All right, we're playing against Baron Riven there list, which is not surprising at all. Everyone's been playing Baron Riven there since global launch. We're going to send our Quillboar immediately and our Stave Pilot here. We're actually playing our Whelp Eggs. There we go, we've got it. We're going to go here, and we're going to play our Skeleton Party here to secure that gold mine. Can we get the Dark Patrol? We do. All right. So now we're going to go and take this turret now. If we really need to, we could polymorph the Huntress. But I don't think it's going to be necessary. We are just going to go immediately for the win. We're going to try to kill that miner. We're going to put our Skeleton Party here. To deal with their Skeleton Party, we're going to play our Stave Pilots. And then we are going to play our Quillboar to further support our push and our Maiev. We're going to play our Arcane Blast. So we have quite a bit of damage here on our opponent already. We're going to send our Miner because we want to cycle back to our Stave Pilot here. But we took his tower, so it's going to be very hard for our opponent to take some chests. We also played the Whelp Eggs to control the middle. We are going to send our Miner here. And now he played Blizzard, so it's time to unleash everything onto our opponent. We are going to play our Arcane Blast here. And we can take the win here. All right, we're playing against a Gromash list. Okay, we're going to send immediately our Quillboar and our Stave Pilot here. We are going to Arcane Blast the Murloc. And we are going to send our Miner here. We're going to send our Whelp Eggs here to perhaps kill the Harpies. That was a big miss, so we are going to play our Maiev. And we are going to send her to the right. We're gonna play our safe pilot here to control the middle with our skeleton party here. And now we can play our Quillboar here. We do take a little bit of damage from the ghoul. And now we can send our miner. Our Maiev is gonna clear everything out. We're gonna send our Maiev to the left just to kill that Darkspawn Troll. And we can further support that with our whelp eggs here, perhaps. I meant to play that on the top bridge. All right. So we're going to play our Maiev defensively. We are going to send a miner here. All right. We're going to send everything to the... I thought Maiev was going to hit the harpies, but unfortunately not. So we're going to play... There you go. We are going to send our miner, and now we are taking control of the map. We can send our Quillboar here to the left. We're gonna wait for chests to spawn to play our safe pilot here. Opponent played his miner. We're gonna play our skeleton gang here. We're gonna kill that miner, even if we lost 2 gold in that exchange. We're gonna play our Maiev here with our Quillboar. We're gonna try to get that left turret. Hopefully, this will give us an edge. And here we got it. We've got the left turret. We're going to play our harpies. We're going to play our Quillboar here to take the chest. There you go. Now we play our skeleton gang. We're going to use our Arcane Blast. We're going to use it once again. And again. Alright. So now we have something going on here on our enemy's base. We're going to play our safe pilot. We're going to control the middle. So we do have a little bit less health than our opponent does, but there you go. We cycle the spell and get the win here. All right, we're playing against a Rand here. All right, we're going to send our miner to the left. We're going to send our Quillboar here. And we are going to send our whelp eggs because we want to cycle to our safe pilot. Okay. We're going to play our skeleton gang here to try to kill that miner. All right. We're going to send the miner here. And we are going to defend. No, we're not going to defend. We are going to push with these. And so we are going to play our whelp eggs here to defend. So there you go. We take our enemy base. Our enemy's base. Now the safe pilot is going to clear these 2 things, get some good value in. We're going to play our skeleton gang because we need to defend. We're gonna quill bore on the chest. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna play the miner just to hold the rend and bring it to the left. We don't even have to play our Maiev. Our Maiev. Playing my safe out here. Alright, so we do control pretty much everything. We're gonna polymorph that Drake. And now we can send this here. We can Arcane Blast here. And that should be it. We have another Maiev coming. And we're gonna take the W. Alright, we're playing against a Tyrion list. We're gonna play our miner immediately. We're gonna play our Wealth X because we have to cycle, unfortunately. And we can play our Skeleton Gang or Party. And now we have to go for the chest. We had a bad first rotation. Okay, we do get both chests though, so that is good. And then we could play our Maiev here. We're gonna send everything to the right. We are gonna just soak up the damage here. Since it's early game. We're gonna play our Skeleton Party though. Okay.
Line 'em up.
Are we able to steal the chest? We can cycle a second. Yes, we are. There you go. We're going to play our Skeleton Party here on the right. Play our Maiev on the left. We're going to all in here. Our opponent plays. We're going to Arcane Blast. Our opponent plays his Footman in order to defend. We play our own Arcane. We play Arcane Blast again. So we do get some good damage, but not enough to secure the win. We're going to kill that miner with our Quill Bore. And send our safe pilot here.
Line 'em up.
We're going to polymorph. Can we get another hit? Yes. All right. We are good here. This deck is so strong. So strong. There you go. We're going to play our own safe pilot. Boom. We have polymorph ready if anything pops up. And I think that should be it. All right, we're playing against another Baron Rivendare list. We're going to play our safe pilot, and we are going to play our Skeleton Party up top. Okay, so he does take a chest. We're going to safe pilot here, and then we have to play our Quill Board here. We need to control the middle. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're actually going to create a push now, I think. Our opponent should be weak on gold. And we have our polymorph to defend. So he's going to have to defend here by playing a Blizzard. We're going to play our safe out here. And our Quill Bore. And then We're gonna wait for the abomination to reach our tower. And then boom. Boom. Can we kill it in time? No, we can't. But we do kill it. And we even get a little bit more extra damage here. We're going to play our safe spot here. We're going to play our Whelp X to defend. And we have to play our Skeleton Gang. But we can play our Quillbore to take back the chest. We need to get the gold mines though. So we have to push here. Opponent played a blizzard. Can the miner survive? Unfortunately not. We played our safe pilot. We're going to try to control the middle. We're going to send our miter immediately. And we are going to play our Whelp Eggs here. And our Maiev here. Again, that Whelp. We're going to have to play 2 Arcane Blasts just to protect our miner. Okay, so there goes a gargoyle, but we have once again our polymorph. So we are actually going to create our push. There it is. And we are going to play the polymorph now. There it is. And here we are going to play our Arcane Blast to finish the game here. Alright, we're playing against the Rand Blackhand list. And we are immediately going to try to focus those chests. Hopefully we get a Quillbore and our safe pilot. Okay, we do get the safe pilot. So we are going to play our skeleton party here. So we do get both, which is great. Our opponent does play Blizzard though. Okay, we are going to control top left. And now we need to send a miner, so I guess we are just going to cycle.
Money, money, money.
We're going to play our Maiev here. Now we can send our miner here to get both chests. This is perfect for us. We're going to play our Quillbore. And we are going to send some Whelp Eggs here, just in case our opponent tries to go for the chest. But we played our Skeleton Party to try and take back our turret. And we are going to play our Maiev here to help with that. There it is. So we do have a lot of gold. I think the chest should spawn back soon. All right, there it is. We're gonna send our miner. We need to cycle back. We don't have to play our safe pilot now, I think. So we're going to play our Quillbore here. We're going to send our Whelp Eggs. And our opponent is in a terrible position here. Okay, there goes the Blizzard. That was a last-ditch effort to survive. Let's go. We're going to send even more stuff. And there it is. There it is. All right, we're playing against Baron Riven Bear list. All right, we're gonna send our safe pilot immediately, and our Quillbore, and we are gonna play our Whelp eggs here. There it is. We're gonna play our Maiev here to protect our miner. So opponent is playing the Necromancer. We're going to play our safe pilot to kill the Necromancer, and then Maiev should be able to kill that Griffin Rider. So I played the Polymorph in order to help our... That was... Come on, Miner. We're going to play our Arcane Blast twice to make sure we do get those 2 chests. And here we're going to play our Quillbore, but a little bit too late. I wanted the Quillbore to tank for that Drake, but nonetheless, we have something going on here. We have some good damage on our opponent's base. We are good to go. We're going to play a Quillbore, and we are going to keep putting pressure with all of our stuff here. And guys, this is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, welcome every new members to the channel. We've got a lot of new subscribers, so welcome to y'all. And make sure to subscribe. We're going to make so much more content on this game. This deck is crazy freaking good, so I'm expecting all of you guys to play it on the meta. I don't want to see just Baron Riven there anymore. I want to see some Maiev lists. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.